Don't
Is he waiting? I thought I just saw him do something online.
Typical story.
Where's my theme music?
I thought he meant the music from the Blue Lagoon.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. You are now tuned into the Melodrama Podcast, episode 40. I go by the name of Speak Easy. I'm joined by Dima on the 28th and 29th Big Trip. And JG is somewhere
Indigenous
out there in La La Land.
JG is on Facebook, G.
Hold up.
He got stuck.
Hold up. He said JG's on Facebook.
He made a left turn. And
He just liked the post on Facebook.
Oh, dude, like we really gonna start the podcast this way?
He's on his way. He just passed Facebook. He's only a few blocks away.
He's about to hit that right on Instagram.
Yep.
You gotta make a U-turn on TikTok.
And end up on Zoom.
Yo, it's that Where's Waldo, Where's JG? Last time I saw this motherfucker on TikTok.
No, that was his daughter.
Oh man.
JG.
That is crazy. So, fellas, what the fuck is up in the place? So, like, we started talking like we always do before we record, and like, what we were all discussing, kind of as a collective, is like, removing the of all time, having any debates as far as greatest MC, whatever. And we were arguing or debating about Drake, because like statistically, he has done some really crazy things as far as his success, and he's been on he's been like the top rapper for quite a while. And when I say top rapper, it's not my personal opinion. It's just when you're playing like the Billboard numbers game. But Trip was arguing that if Hov,
I wasn't arguing.
Yeah, you are.
It's
you
just
said,
my personal opinion is that
you was arguing. You was arguing.
Look, just because you over there all high and shit. Look. Move. Huh?
What are you talking about? Are you being attacked, bro?
I am being attacked.
Oh my gosh.
I'm being attacked by a brown dog.
No, that's racist.
Not if he's really brown. Actually, he's mixed because his stomach is white.
Oh, see? Equity.
Move, mixed dog.
No, but you were saying Hov is
I was saying I don't like the all-time label because clearly it can't be all-time because I don't even think a full 8 years ago, Jay-Z was that man and Drake was still on the scene. So he can't be the greatest of all time. But I was saying that I personally feel like if Jay-Z was to decide to hop back in the booth and consistently make records and make that street shit that everybody said that he should continue to make, that he would bump pretty much all of the guys that's at the top down a few levels. And you were saying that you don't think so because his fan base doesn't stream. But I think so because some of us do stream. And then when he starts to talk that shit, there are some that are right on that border of our age and the age below us that are gonna slide over. And then there are some that are younger that are true rap fans that are going to hear that like that street shit, that will slide over and become a Jay-Z fan. Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. So now that you've said what you just said, I have to agree. And here's why. When you said what you said, I'm like, if I'm thinking business-wise, right? Hov just signed Westside Gunn and Conway, arguably two of the hardest gangster rapping niggas out right now. So if he wanted to make his entrance, all he has to do is hop on a Griselda song And before you know it, like you said, now this whole wow, that shit could happen.
And the funny thing is, in true Hov fashion, he'll hop on one of their songs to get it the airplay that they want, even if he doesn't plan on coming back. Because who's not going to play a Jay-Z song?
Yeah, dude. Speaking of, have you guys heard there's a song with Conway and Method Man? Did we talk about that
I
last
thought we
week?
talked about that last week.
Man,
Yeah, so that motherfucker's hard. But like with this being episode 40, and speaking of all time, I seriously wanted to give props and credit and just take a little second to like a minute to kind of like honor E40 since this is episode 40.
Shiggity.
Like, yo, so like for me, I everything I'm gonna say from this point on will be completely biased. I'm just gonna be like all the way real with y'all. I believe E40 is the most innovative and original MC of all time. After saying get rid of all time. And like I say that because his style is one of his own. Like I'm not saying there hasn't been people to try to do it. And if I was to name any MC that was similar or close and did it well, it would be Sugar Free. If you don't know who
that's like his sister, ain't it?
No, Sugar Free is a
dude. You talking about Sugar Free, the dude on the West Coast?
Yeah, he was down with DJ Quicknum.
Yeah.
So if you listen to Sugar Free, he has that like speed up, slow down.
You kind of got to be like smart to listen to Sugar Free though, man. Cause
Sugar Free, like, and like this is
dude to put like a whole thesis in the middle of like one verse.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, and the only person, so like, when it comes to E40, bro, like, to me, he's one of the most innovative MCs. I feel like in his stamp on hip hop I don't think he gets all the flowers he deserves because like we think about him being a super duper original MC, and then we think about like motherfuckers who he put up on game. Like when Master P was on his rise to the top, and when Master P was telling his story, like I haven't watched this new No Limit shit, so if this is what's on there, my bad. But like
yeah, fuck
Master P learned the game from E40. E40 taught Master P to get up on this independent music game, yada yada yada, because P used to go to California, I guess, every summer or something like that. So like from that standpoint to all the other business ventures that he's on, man, and just like he's still putting out good music. Like he's been in the game since like as long as Snoop, if not before Snoop.
It was before Snoop. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's been in the game before.
Because remember, we was what was it? Practice Looking Hard and
I was like,
Captain Save a Ho.
Bro, I was 12 when I first heard E40, and like he is so like lyricism is there, and then you have the signature West Coast sound that like it's his onto his own, and then slang, right?
Dude made it this whole own language, like.
Dude, and like, and Snoop used to tell people, I got for shizzle from my homie E40. Like, but the crazy thing is when it got like, I don't know the proper word, commercialized for shizzle, Snoop was looked at as the signature person, but Snoop was always telling people, no, that's E40 shit. And just like the slang that he has, man, like when he just be saying shit like, sipping on Moesha, like just different shit like that. Like, what the fuck? That's brandy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, E40 is like, and then like certain slang words, like niggas don't even be knowing that that's E40. Like,
yeah, niggas jumping out their car and letting it ride by itself.
Yo,
talking about Ghost Ride the Whip.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, super duper innovative. Another thing, so like,
well, didn't he go dumb? Didn't that start with him?
Yeah. Like that whole like hyphy movement, all that stuff. Like, I mean, that Oakland shit, bro. Like, that's like hip hop. Like, and that's the cool. This is why I fucking love hip hop, and I think hip hop is like, well, I'll just say it's my favorite genre because motherfuckers can have their own stamp in the game. And
see,
and like I feel like E40 is not threatened by nobody. Like, you know, I feel like he's solidified.
I think we, as much as like we like complain about being stuck in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
I think we're in a very unique spot that's an advantage that a lot of people don't see as an advantage, that because we are in the Midwest, that we get that East Coast shit and we can rock with that. Yep. We can get that West Coast shit, we can rock with that. And we can get the shit from the South, because all of us take trips to the South to visit family, and we can rock with that. Whereas, like, I know some people on the East Coast, they don't fuck with motherfuckers on the West Coast or the South like that. Yeah. So when you get to naming people from the South or the West Coast, they're not really familiar with their music or the history of their music. Mm-hmm. So for us, like being right here in the middle, even though like we kind of feel like we're forgotten in the middle, we're in a very advantaged place as far as music listeners.
Yeah, I agree. I think Midwest hip hop consumers have definitely had the most open-minded ear, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because like you hit the nail on the head. We have listened to it all, and like I remember, you know, at first listening to nothing but West Coast, and then like all of a sudden discovering Redman, and then this like. And then like Redman, I'm like, wait, E40. I remember listening to EPM. I mean, not E40, Redman, and then EPMD. So I'm like, okay, I remember Eric Sermon, Redman, and before you know it, now there's a whole new crew. And then when the South
some kid named Keith Murray came out of nowhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Making up words and shit. The most beautifulest.
Yo, and that's like, yeah. So I don't know, bro. I think you know, we definitely just wanted to take a hot second to just kind of highlight E40.
Man, I remember I had that green Buick, dude.
Yeah.
And before I got my first system, I had like subs and shit in the back.
Yeah.
And I think it was a tape, man. Yeah, it was still a tape deck. It was that long ago. And I was riding around the city, and I think it was Sprinkle Me Baby, dude. And I would just keep hitting the little flip button to make it keep playing Sprinkle Me Baby. This song was so fucking hard though, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like, and so that's one. Another for me is Dusted and Disgusted.
Hell yeah.
That's like, to me, that's one of the ultimate posse cuts. I mean, and how he like introduced Pac. He was like with my homie Pac, and then Pac comes on, "Dear God, can you forgive me?" Like that song, that shit was crazy for me. Motherfucking Players Ball with KC on the hook. Oh my God. Like that shit right there. And then like
Captain Save Host is still gonna always be one of my all-time favorites, though.
Come on, dude. Yeah, that's fucking classic. And then don't sleep on the fact that he put us on to his brother. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins in real life, but he put us on to be legit. Like that's the same crew. And the Hip Museum by Be Legit is like one of my favorite West Coast albums. And we wouldn't get Be Legit without E40.
And who was that? And I don't remember the story completely, but I think they had like beef with E40, and they tried to do a concert down there, and E40 them shut the whole city down. Like, dude could not perform.
Damn.
I can't remember who it was.
Ooh, I can't remember the artist, and I don't want to name the wrong artist.
Right, but you remember the story, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And that's another thing too, because back then when you rapped about that shit, you had to live that shit. Like any rapper rapping about that kind of talk back then, that was like, you couldn't rap about that shit back in the day if you weren't about that shit. Like,
hey, Bay Area. Who else came out the Bay Area? Because he made the Bay Area, like, he made us listen to the Bay Area.
Yeah, you got
the 500 Cats. Didn't they come out the Bay Area?
The Loonies, yep.
Yeah. We wouldn't have listened to them, dude, if E40 hadn't popped off.
And then you got Rappin' Forte.
Yep.
You got Too Short.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Hater to Love It, MC Hammer.
Man.
So when you think about Too Short, E40, MC Hammer, all from the Bay Area, 3 different sounds, bro. 3 legends all in their own right, but like 3 different sounds when like so many motherfuckers now.
Yeah, but nobody has had.
And everybody sounds.
But who's had a longer run than E40 right now in music?
Like,
because E40 is still dropping music.
I don't think anybody has.
And he's still dropping good quality music, like good shit.
I think he's got 30-something albums. Let me look really quick.
Like, I can't think
because
it's way before Jay-Z.
LL, but LL hasn't dropped an album in years now.
Years.
Yeah, like E40 just dropped like last week, my nigga.
Right. Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me see, how many albums does E40 have?
See, if you were plugged in, you would have already known the answer.
I know, dude.
Plug into the Matrix, man.
I gotta plug in, bro. So
Anderson.
32 albums, fam.
Look, like,
so
damn.
He has 132 releases. So that's albums, singles, mixtapes, whatever. But that means like putting something out 132 fucking times.
That's like saying, but you said 32 albums?
Yeah.
That's like saying he could have started making music when I was 14.
Yeah.
Or 12.
Yeah.
And released an album every year of my life.
Yeah. So he originally dropped A Major Way 1995. However, I heard of E40 well before 1995 because I think I told this story maybe in one of the first or second podcasts. I had a classmate that moved to California, and he came back for the summer, and he brought us E40, and he brought us Penthouse Players Clique.
Right, because I was going to say, we were listening to like Practice Looking Hard and shit. We were in like Miss Loss's classroom. We were so that had to be like 92, 93.
Yeah, it was, and this is a perfect example of an artist going national before they quote unquote release their first album, because like that shit made it all the way from motherfucking Cali to Milwaukee. Yeah. Like, and just like that's my homeboy. We hooping, you know, we just chilling, and he's like, this is the story though. We were having a rapping contest, right? So it was me, my cousin Sharon, rest his soul, and my guy Quentin. Quentin was the one who moved to Cali, right? So we having a rapping contest, and I'm about 12, 13. I'm like, yo, I'm finna fuck these dudes up. So like I'm writing my raps or whatever, and then like we go, and Quentin goes and he starts spitting shit. No, I was helping him write his shit, and he was like, he wasn't taking my advice. I'm like, nigga, I heard you rap. I'm better than you. Like, listen to me. And I kept trying to change his lyrics. So after we go, and then he tells me, oh, those weren't my lyrics. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he pops in E40. And I was like, yeah, you didn't do this nigga any kind of justice. Second of all, let me dub that tape. That was, you know, remember them days? That was like on some let me dub that tape shit. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you had the high speed dub.
Yeah, man. Like, like, let me dub that tape. We go play a couple hustles, come back, flip the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude. So that's my E40 story, dude. Like, so salute to the legend. And we wanted to honor him in episode 40, man.
Woo. Man, I think I heard the first. I
might go buy me a 40.
I think Regina brought me the first. Ricky wife Regina, I think she hooked me up to the first E40.
Oh wow!
Because she used to work at the she was from Chicago too, but then I think she used to work at the little cell phone joint.
Okay.
In like the Milwaukee Mall with the little Asian dude.
Yeah.
And he used to be all over, and she like, oh man, I think was you there?
No.
Because it was like E40, and then I think it was me and Harvell.
Okay.
Like she had brought around E40, and then she had brought around like that new Mystical.
Yeah.
And dude was rapping all fast, and she was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
That's another conversation too. We gotta talk about doing.
I think that's my response to like all new shit.
What?
Until I listened to it the first time, like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Because remember, it was the same thing when Tito brought around Jay-Z. So
yeah.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yo,
Can I live, ass nigga? Hey. He found his way here.
Yeah, you made the right turn.
And he drinking a 40.
What's good, fam?
We thought you got lost in the social media highway.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, man.
Instagram.
I heard you took. I heard you got lost. You took a left turn and you ended up in MySpace.
Dog said that. That shit exists still?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think didn't Justin Timberlake buy it?
A couple years
He
back.
did.
Yeah.
He did, but you know what I'm saying?
Just shut it down.
Dude bought MySpace.
Right.
He did. And now they
He
know.
was trying to make it. He was trying to make it a major artist platform.
Yeah. He was trying to blow it up again, but yeah, dude.
Probably got it for cheap as shit though, so he probably didn't lose nothing.
Shout out to blackplanet.com.
Dude, I heard there's a new black social media site I heard.
Yeah, I joined it. It's when I was in Facebook jail.
What is it called?
It's some bullshit. It was called Black Junction.
I heard it's another one too though.
Crossroads.
Y'all can join if y'all want to.
No, I heard it was another one. I think another one popped off right around when all the protests started, and everybody was like, "Join the new black social media site," and I'm like, I'm only on social media to like make money, and y'all don't even spend money. I'm gonna stay over here.
Yeah.
Man. Yo, that Black Junction was you remember I was part of the movement to basically tell all the woke motherfuckers to take their ass back to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, basically it was a move they ran off Facebook. They all went to Black Junction. Mm-hmm. So the day when I was in Facebook jail, I said, well, I'm gonna check it out. Ain't shit else to do. So I go check it out. Mm-hmm. And probably the first 5 posts was greetings and blessings, King, and all that. I ain't with that shit.
Grand Risings.
I ain't with that shit, fam.
Come on.
Then after that, man. So right
Grand
after
Risings, my
blessing,
brother.
King, then it was Hotep, Egypt, Africa, Hotep. Conspiracy, gay agenda, conspiracy, anti-vaccine. That's Black Junction, fam.
Oh.
So I was like,
I don't know,
get
man.
the nigga, please.
So
fam.
here's my thing with some of that, and I'm not like shitting on anybody that's woke. I'm like woke-ish because I like to take naps.
Right. That's when you woke, taking naps is where your information comes from, fam.
Oh my God!
I just want to know, like,
see, Trip. This is the thing. That's another shirt.
What woke-ish?
Like you got put because I like to take naps.
I like to take naps. That's
Bro,
right.
come on!
That's
what
perfect.
the fuck?
That made me the first
I'm
one.
gonna make it tonight.
What the fuck?
I got to make 4 of them tonight for all of us.
Oh, yo!
But here's my thing.
Power to the pizza.
Man.
Oh, dude said power to the pizza. Power to the pizza puff. Where do they come up with their slang, or not their slang, but their terminology? Like,
They make it up.
Grand Risings, my brother.
What's wrong? I love that shit.
What does it mean?
That just means good morning.
So why not say good morning?
Because
that's white.
How? How is that good morning? I mean, how's that white?
Because it ain't woke.
Grand is better than good.
Yeah,
So,
it ain't
I
woke.
think it's even better than good morning.
It's like, brother, like I don't want you to have
You're live.
I don't want you to have
Welcome.
a good morning. I want you to have a supreme morning, my brother. I want you to have an enlightened, awakened morning. I want you to.
I don't see none of them in front of me dropping rose petals when I wake my fat ass up to go take a shower for work.
That's because you don't say grand risings. Like listen, it's just like
you got rose petals over there.
It's like candy. Listen, you
got rose petals over there.
I can't confirm or deny that. That's my personal business.
Bro, it's a YouTube video on that
You
trip,
got no
but
rose
it's like
petals
3
over
minutes
there,
long.
dude. Jay will kill all they asses.
What you talking about?
That's
Shit,
a
you know what the
ritual,
fuck I'm talking about.
Man, I like that kind of talk. I think it's great because it's like when I talk to people, I'm like, peace, king.
But everybody can't be
What's
a
wrong
king.
with that? Huh?
Everybody can't be a king.
I'm not a king, fam.
Yes, you are.
Everybody can't be a king.
Kingdom. Like you have to understand. You have to
So
be.
like
You have to reign supreme in your kingdom, bro.
So like Cobra Commander, Chrome Dome.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that was
No, that was
Destro.
That was
yeah,
Destro.
Yeah.
Chrome Dome.
Yeah, that was Destro.
Platinum
Cobra
Dome.
Commander just had the chrome face.
Gold Dome.
Hold on, fam.
You sound like E.T.
Kingdom.
E.T.
So that means somebody. There's got to be like a copper dome
Dome.
somewhere too, right?
E.T. Go dome. Go dome.
Man, talk stupid. Man.
But my thing is like, I don't like, and I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not gonna jump on it and ride it too, cause pause. I don't know where that ship is gonna end up, cause
Fam?
like y'all letting like it was probably made up by like some most unenlightened motherfucker.
You
Y'all just got right behind it and ran with it.
You wrong. I found it.
Okay,
Where?
talk to me.
It's a ritual.
Which one?
What's a ritual?
Grand Rising?
Grand Risings is a ritual.
Okay, talk to me.
Hold on. So it says, a lot of people ask me why I started saying Grand Rising instead of Good Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why. Mourning is a time of grief.
Yeah.
This is bullshit already. It's some bullshit already.
Differently.
Huh? It's a whole different word. Fam, it's a whole different word.
Listen, I wrote a song. I wrote a song called Morning Wood.
You know what?
Hold on, Trip. Mourning is a time of grief. Rising is awakening and starting anew. 2 words.
See?
So this motherfucker kind of dumb. But who gives a fuck about grammar, fam? Y'all see you worrying about grammar, Trip. You ain't worrying about this grand rising. So now
you know what my response to that is gonna be?
Okay.
Y'all just let somebody pull an E40 on y'all.
For sure.
Ghost ride the whip.
Here go the ritual though. Here go the ritual. So you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up 30 to 60 minutes before everybody.
Okay.
Then you gotta meditate 15, 20 minutes.
Check.
Then you gotta write in your gratitude journal 5 or 10 things you're grateful for.
I don't do that as often.
I write an affirmation out in my journal as well as say it to myself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you have time, Trip, you got to end with a yoga flow.
Yes.
Not a yogurt float, my nigga, a yoga flow. That's different. If not, I save my movement for a different part of my day.
Bowel movement?
I got no clue.
Supposed to go twice a day. Otherwise, you might have.
I'm going to save that for later.
Exactly. So that's what you got to do, fam.
So the thing is.
So wait.
So I guess some motherfuckers say Grand Rising, they telling you they do all this shit every morning. And then.
First off, that's a lie.
So I would say if a motherfucker say to me Grand Rising, I'm going to say.
Hey, that's some bull.
I ain't doing that shit.
Because first off, I'm up before half the people that yell Grand Rising.
That's facts. Them motherfuckers get up 3 in the afternoon.
Right.
And then they toke.
By the time they get up, I done been up, walked the dog, fed the dog, took the kids to camp, made some shirts, went to my real job.
So who's waking up an hour after them if they woke up at 3?
Right. But then if you listen to Dude Ritual, whoever he is, didn't he just mix like 5 cultures?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on, fam. Hold on.
Because he just isn't yoga like...
Hold on. Look, I got to stop you. Because I didn't mention this because you can't say the G word no more. Gender, because that shit don't matter no more. That was a womb man.
He said the G word.
That was a womb man. That was not a man. That was a womb man. Wait, I'm sorry. That was a cis het.
That was a cis female.
A cis het. Is it female? Yeah, cis het.
Cis female.
Female. Cis.
Cis.
It was one of them.
Cis is heterosexual. So
it was one of them. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because she a mama.
You
I guess she
let me
could
know
be.
when y'all done.
I need
just trying to be PC, fam. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only assuming that she's a cis het because she got a baby. She said she a mama. I mean, she could have bought.
She might have adopted,
or she could be the wife.
Don't label.
And have a female husband. I don't know. She say she a mama, so I just wanted to make sure you know, because men are trash. So I didn't want you to continue thinking it was a man.
The person or individual.
Yeah, that.
Formerly known as whoever he was.
Right.
Has created a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would have to be a personal ritual,
mm-hmm.
because I would gander that they have crossed several ethnic and cultural borders with the ritual that they have put together.
Preach, my brother.
Because to say Grand Risings, I'm believing that Grand Risings is something that my brother said in Africa. Mm. And that's what they're leading us to believe. But mm-hmm. then to say yoga, isn't yoga from like the Hindu Asia area? So like,
some argue it was actually stolen from Egyptians, though.
Everything started there. That's you know how I know that? Because I listen to Planet Asia, and that's his name. All started in Africa.
Did
you know that?
Now here's my thing. I believe that the human race. I believe the human race started in Africa. I ride with that.
Okay.
I believe a lot of things started in Africa. However, you can't tell me that creation of things, methods, methodologies, and ideologies all started in Africa and never evolved once Pangaea separated.
Right.
And now you have 7 continents instead of 1.
That's that woke shit.
Yeah. A little woke right there.
Yeah. We all migrated to other areas of the earth. You can't tell me that once we left Africa that nobody invented anything. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that once we left Africa, nobody else was enlightened enough to talk to whatever God that they worship, and their God tell them, hey, stretch, and we're going to call it yoga.
There's only one God, fam. Them other ones, they wrong.
Which God? Because everybody got a one God.
No, it's that one.
That one?
It's that one.
That one.
That one.
That one to the 8th power.
Yeah.
It's that one to the 8th power?
Right. That whatever. Okay. Yeah, it's that one.
My God.
It's that one.
Salami and bacon, brother.
All of that. All that. It's that one.
Yo, dude.
Ain't nobody ever seen the motherfucker, but I mean, you might have to kill somebody to tell them that ain't the right one. I'm like, hey, maybe it's a gang of them. Maybe they all.
You ever see the Simpsons episode where Marge is arguing with Homer about going to church, and because Homer wants to stay at home and watch football, and Marge was saying like, what if you don't go to church? God's gonna be mad at you or something. And Homer was like, but what if we're practicing the wrong religion, and by going to church, all I'm doing is making them mad anyway.
See, what had happened was
Homer said, Mom said I need to get my bike back.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, dog. So Trip. Oh, wait, Trip. So hang on. You need to go to the mirror right now. And you need to say, I am allowing joy to guide me. I am attracting unconditional love, abundance, high vibrational experiences, and sacred conditions. I am beautiful. I am whole. The universe has my back, and everything is working out for me and my highest good. You need to go say that shit in the mirror. And then after you do that, after all that yoga, then you can say, Grand Risings, my brother.
Oh my
Grand
Hey,
Rising.
I got one problem. Like, so after all the yoga, who gonna help me get up?
That's your Grand Rising. That's his Grand Rising. I got up and shit after this. What the fuck? What's that position? The something dog, the grateful healthy dog, whatever the fuck. After that position,
Who said the grateful healthy
the
dog?
grateful dog, whatever the shit. Get up, and that's your Grand Rising.
Oh my God. This is the Grateful Dog. Is there a rock band, nigga?
As y'all can see, your boy don't know shit about yoga. I'm just saying. I
Oh,
thought that was funny.
Yeah, man. In the 70s, I went to go see the Grateful Dog. It was groovy.
Now I gotta Google that shit to see what the fuck.
Hey, and here we
isn't
are.
it supposed to be like the downward facing dog or something?
Something like that.
Who said that?
What I forgot. That's it. The downward dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, and you know
I
the
wonder why
guy,
they
I guess
call it
supposedly, I don't know, man.
Oh shit! Ass in the air. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
y'all know.
Damn, if you ever see me in a yoga class, I need to be in the front.
Yo, I'm
I'm
telling you,
going into the back.
I
No,
can't,
I'm
dog. I'm gonna
back.
get in trouble if I go to the back.
I'm opening up
Everybody
a
gonna be
studio.
hey. Everybody gonna be doing the downward facing dog. I'm gonna be doing the standing up tree.
Doing the Birdman hand rub.
Yo, I got it. Check it out. Check it out. So I'm opening up a yoga studio. The name of the yoga studio will be called Face Down, Ass Up.
There's what I'm saying.
We're going to rename all of the positions.
Man.
So that's that one. And then, like you said, like the bird, like, okay, now breathe out, Birdman hand rub.
That's it, fam.
Ladies,
That's my favorite
this
one.
is the standing tree.
You gonna have it right? The something stank. The goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
So be on the lookout for the
Shit.
No Drama Podcast sponsored yoga studio called Face Down, Ass Up.
That's
Coming
fast.
to a city near you.
Word.
Virtually.
Word. Yo, my spoken word was dope, wasn't it?
Dude, that was
Man.
I ain't say shit. I ain't say
That
shit.
that was dope. That
was all acting, my nigga.
man. So
I ain't never actually did spoken word before. I used to think that shit was funny.
A lot of people that did spoken word ain't done spoken word. I'm gonna just leave that right there.
you know what, bro? I consider myself. I don't consider myself a spoken word artist. I just rap a cappella, and people call it spoken word.
Well, it's kind of similar, but when you rap, you don't talk like this and say things like that, you know. But if you did your raps like that,
Yeah.
probably they'd have made a movie about you, fam. You did about my guy Saul. Saul got a movie.
Yeah, he cold.
He cold with it.
But see, but
But
he's one of those.
he broke the rules though.
But that's why I like him. That's why I
Right.
like him. He doesn't do his spoken word by a prescribed cadence.
Facts.
He literally, like, you know how Jay-Z says be the flow? He
Yep.
creates something else with his own flow. And that's
Right.
why I like artists like that.
But what I didn't like was the movie, even though my girl Sonya Song was in it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dog. I don't know what her ethnicity is, but that motherfucker perfect. Even as a cougar, she cougar age now. Sonya Song. She was in the. You didn't watch The Wire, did you?
I did watch The Wire.
The black cop in The Wire, the sister in the Wire. She was
That was
lesbian.
so long ago, though. I have
I was
to.
gonna
The
say
long
the,
hair.
the lesbian one.
Yeah, the one with
Okay.
the long hair. But she was in the movie. But dude, I got this
She
thing,
she
man.
was like the female Ice-T version. In The Wire.
Right, yeah. So I got this thing with musicals, right? I don't really fuck with musicals. Cause they don't like okay, like
wait. Did you
What's
see Speak Face?
Yeah. He
What
just
you
started
looking at,
fixing
bro?
Sonya. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Sonya, whoo, man.
My allergies acting up.
Yeah, right. You
I'm
doing
back,
that standing tree pose.
I'm back.
Fine, motherfucker. But dog, so I got this thing with musicals, right? And that Saw movie kind of fell into this category for me. Like the 5 Heartbeats. What was the white version, the 5 Heartbeats that Tom Hanks stole and won the Oscars and shit for?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that thing you do.
Wow.
So Tom Hanks basically made 5 Heartbeats with 5 white boys, and he won the Oscar.
It's called his movie was called The 5 Respirators.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So when I watch musicals, I keep being just overtaken by the thought of like, why the fuck is he singing?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like they don't put the songs they don't make sense in the movie. It's like this should be a line where we just talking. Yeah. But motherfuckers is singing. That shit irked me. I'm like, I'm having that conversation with somebody. I ain't a fucking song. Right? Yeah. Obviously, I don't get musicals. Well, when I was watching that movie with Saul in it, like dog was in jail and he just busted out one of his poems on the yard in prison. I was like, that motherfucker would get killed. Like literally, you can't. Nobody give a fuck about no poetry in prison, my dude. What the fuck? Why would you do that there? You know what I'm saying? That I couldn't get over that. Yeah. That the purpose of the movie is the poetry, but they just kind of put it in places where that shit didn't fit. I mean, like, dog, you sing the wrong song, and about 7 motherfuckers gonna whoop your ass. So
I don't know, man. My uncle wrote a whole poetry book in prison. That nigga was big as shit though, so probably wasn't too many motherfuckers fucking with him.
Right? If he was the ass,
you know.
But let me ask you this:
Uncle Jesse was maybe like 6'5", 200 plus pounds. Right. So
are there grand risings in prison?
I'm sure prison is full of grand risings. They need something.
I'm not even touching that, dude.
I'm sure it is.
It's probably some
it's at least grand for one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, if one of them,
one motherfucker ain't very happy.
If they're downward facing dogs in prison.
Yeah, that one motherfucker ain't writing in his gratitude journal.
It's a whole bunch of Birdmans when the new people come on.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't thankful. He ain't grateful for a lot. One of them motherfuckers ain't grateful.
They like open 7. Somebody at the end like.
You know what I'm saying? You know that shit there, fam. I'm just saying, dog. No. I guarantee you that shit one-sided. Like grand rises be like, nah, it ain't, man. It's not.
Everybody trying to be the first one up early.
No. Straight up.
What time you waking up?
The grandest
in half an hour. I'm gonna be up before half these niggas.
Oh my God. I can't do
this. That's what I did, dog. I went to sleep. Breakfast was nasty in a motherfucker. I stay up all night and go to sleep when motherfuckers go to breakfast.
Oh wow.
Straight up.
Oh my God.
You ain't with the bullshit, fam. And then it's whatever after that. You know?
Dude, we went from Hotep to prison.
Facts. Well, that's where Hotep motherfuckers is. Most of them. Find me one that ain't got no record, fam.
Motherfuckers go to church. Go to prison and find religion. And Afrocentricity and all kind of shit.
The most devout Christians, the most devout Muslims I've ever met in my life was in jail. Do you know why?
Why?
God put
you ain't got no time to do nothing. You got plenty of time. Might as well read books.
God put
books they read.
Reason.
They read the Bibles. They read, you know what I'm saying? And it affects them so deeply, fam, because what me and you got out here is the antithesis, the opposite of the Bible. So we got the words in the Bible and we step out in the world and there's a whole bunch of shit that ain't biblical out there for us to put against that shit, right? Like comparison and contrast. In prison, they don't have that. So you got the Bible and steel and concrete. The Bible make you feel better and shit. So they stick to it. But I mean, devout, fam. Like you will see shankings and shit for disagreeing with a motherfucking religion. Cause That's all they got. We got pussy and titties out here, so
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker read the Bible for a half hour and then he go see some shit that make you forget about what he just read, and they don't have that in jail.
Yo,
What?
I had another topic, but I don't want to talk about it anymore after this.
Stupid dude. Yo, oh man. I'm glad you record. Wait, was I so late I missed the intro?
Yes, motherfucker.
Say Jesus need to watch, my nigga. I'm sorry, fam.
Oh my God, dude.
We thought you got lost because they were like, "Oh, he's on Facebook."
Man, yep. I was sitting there waiting on my PC.
JG's so old school. He just wait till he be looking outside the sun like, I reckon it's time to go record.
Sundial, fam.
I reckon it's right about time.
Man, this is my cheat day, dog. So I'm drinking Mountain Dew today. I ain't drink soda in 2 years.
Man,
You're not just drinking. That's a 2 liter.
That's a 2 liter, fam.
Yeah,
when I cheat, my nigga. I cheat.
Yeah, you know that's me. Today's definitely my cheat day as well,
bro. I had to get some more miles on that bike. Hey, man, I want to issue the very first melodrama fuck you to the motherfucker that invented the bike seat. What the fuck was dude on?
You riding like a bike, or you riding a bike at the gym?
A hybrid. No, bike out here on the road. I got a hybrid road bike. So I do a
what
little
is that?
bit
Like
of
it's a motor? What does that mean? Like it's a motor on it too?
No. Hybrid is you got a road bike and an off-road bike. And a hybrid is kind of both.
This the one with the fat tires?
Nah, Nah, okay. I ain't get one of those. But so if you put the real skinny tires on it, you ride on the street, you faster on the street. But then you put the heavier knobs on it so you can go off-road. My off-road basically mean the grass in Clutch Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, fam. I ain't downhill in the mountains and shit. Them motherfuckers are insane. I don't do that shit.
We should start a bike gang. Let's do it. We should start
not a good idea.
No.
Fam, you know why I wouldn't do that, Speak? Because I already told y'all. Motherfucker that threw a bottle at me and shit while I was riding my bike on the street. And ain't no respect, fam. We won't get no respect as
no.
If
listen, it's nothing but love on Oak. And listen, my brother, on Oakleaf Trail, it is nothing but love.
Fam,
you can ride your bike from hither all the way to there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And you know what? The hood, they don't respect motherfuckers in bike helmets, my dude. It's hard to be a gangster with a bike helmet on. You know what I'm saying?
This little 5-year-old's like, nerd.
Yeah. They got Spider-Man on it or some shit. Yeah, they ain't gone. That's not gangster, fam. You know what? Maybe we could get one with like the bandana print on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be gangster.
Listen, we gonna start a bike game. Trip said he's gonna get the recumbent bike anyway. So like it's like he's leading the pack, and then we're kind of like following him.
That's the move, cause that bike seat, I don't think that motherfucker made for humans, fam. It can't be. I'm like, dog, what the fuck?
That's why
what the fuck part of the body is supposed to be on the damn bike seat? It need to be a chair. That motherfucker is I can't ride my bike.
Can't hang with y'all no more.
Why not? Dog blacked us out. Yo, man, what the fuck is you doing that you can't?
Y'all on timeout, bro.
I don't like that shit, bro.
Y'all on timeout. That bike gang shit. My mama said I can't talk to y'all for 5 minutes.
Stupid.
We starting to hold up. Trip is literally protesting mid-podcast.
Right? What'd he do? Dog blacked us out and shit.
See, that's that wokeist shit right there, dude.
This is nap time. The nap.
Yo, Trip just did a whole protest mid-podcast.
That's funny.
Black screens matter, nigga.
I can't fuck with y'all. That shit funny.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, there they go. My dudes. Man.
So,
dog.
What else is going on in the world?
Shit, man.
So, I don't want to get like too deep into it, but I'm really tired of people in politics. Like, can we just have the election and accept whatever happens and everybody just shut the fuck up?
Why? What's happening? What are you seeing?
Like, so everybody at first was like, let's get Trump out of office, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, okay, we got Biden. So then Biden picks Kamala, and I was like, oh no, fuck Joe. He just lost. He picked Kamala. She don't like black people. She don't like black dudes.
Kamala.
She puts black dudes in jail. And I'm like, so so now y'all want to keep Trump? Because that's what it sounds like. Because now that's what it sounds like they saying. Because like,
well, that's what's gonna happen. No. You know what they want to do, Trip?
What?
They don't want to keep Trump, but they don't want Biden either.
So here's my thing.
That's what they want to do. They want to pout.
And
I don't want either president, so we need no president for 4 years, man.
So I'm gonna tell y'all this story, and I told the story on Facebook, and I'm like such an eloquent child book writer.
Okay.
You
a motherfucking wordsmith, fam. For real.
Once upon a time, long ago, in a world called 2019, there were 17 Democratic candidates.
Right.
For president, and nobody wanted to vote because they wanted to wait and see what would happen and who would still be standing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Now no one's happy. The end.
Yep. And whose fault is that?
The people.
It's the crime bill, my nigga. It's Joe Biden's fault.
Joe Biden.
It ain't never the people's fault. It ain't never the people's fault.
You had Joe Biden, you had Cory Booker, you had Bernie, you had a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. I can't even remember their fucking name.
Yep.
And nobody voted.
Some gay dudes.
Bernie stayed into the last minute.
Dudes.
Bernie dropped out, and people don't want to admit that Bernie dropped out because he didn't have enough. He didn't have enough electoral votes to even look like he was going to win anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what did that do? That made him say, "You're in the electoral college, bitch." Not now. It's too late to do that right now.
And it's the same thing. So now everybody is like, there's no way I'm going to vote for Kamala. First off, she's the vice president. Y'all didn't say that shit when Pence was announced as Trump's vice president.
Mm-hmm.
But so you don't like Kamala enough that you're willing to do another 4 years of Trump? Yeah. That you just saying you're not going to vote?
Oh wait, no, because you know what they're doing, Trip.
And if you're not going to vote, then when Trump wins, I want you to have that same energy that you used when you didn't vote.
They will.
And shut the fuck up.
No, they can't shut the fuck up. See, what they gonna say is, I did what I did, so Trump would win. And that's your fault for voting him in the first time and not coming down on Hillary for stealing the election from Bernie. So because you let Hillary steal the election from Bernie, now I'm going to not vote again and give you 4 more years of Trump because that's your fault. That's what they're saying. That's literally what they're saying.
So at what point
that shit don't hurt them. It just hurts you.
And that's what, so my question is, at what point does so it's the freedom to vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's also the freedom to not vote. But it's like,
correct.
It sounds like, I was having a conversation with one of the homies who's like, when I posted that Kamala Harris was going to be the VP, bro was like, well, I guess I'm not voting. And I didn't want to have that discussion in front of everybody on IG. So, we talked behind the scenes, but I wanted to make sure it was okay for him and I to talk, and for me to talk about it on the podcast. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of people are, I guess, attacking her record as a prosecutor, yada, yada, yada. But I'm like, for me,
we're putting black males in jail.
Well,
here's my thing. Well, okay, here's my thing. They said she's stiff on crime.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. And I get why Joe picked her because Joe is not really, outside of the crime bills, not been that stiff on crime. So the liberals,
It was his bill in '94.
Yeah.
Right. But outside of
partially
that,
his bill. Yeah, it was
that was partially his bill.
Yeah.
He wrote it, but he wrote it as part of a group of people that wanted a bill.
And they put a bunch of shit on it.
He was just the author.
The writing team, like a Drake.
But everybody, like Drake. But everybody.
That's a good shot, man.
Everybody wants somebody that's going to be stiff on crime right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he got you somebody who's stiff on crime.
Yep.
But you don't want it to be her because you feel like she puts black males in jail. Now, Camilla's out of Cali?
Yeah.
Now,
hold on, man. It's Kamala, man.
It's
Kamala. I'm sorry. Kamala. Now, unless she's wrongfully, but here's my thing: unless she's wrongfully putting innocent black males in jail,
what's innocent, fam? Because they are not committing those crimes by their own design. They are following the man's plan.
Oh my God. Yo, did you know there's some like prison abolitionists?
Fam, they committing. That's the thing. See, look, man, you supposed to say this, Trip. You're supposed to say the system was designed to make me commit crime. Mm-hmm. Therefore, when I commit crime, I should not be punished.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Here's another story.
That's bullshit. But I'm just saying. I'm just giving you. Here's another story, fam.
Mm-hmm. Me and my kids were riding. Right, I picked one of my kids up from one of their many activities. Mm-hmm. It had to be picking up Chesney from tennis because it was all three of us in the car.
Are them your biological kids? Because you sound like you doing stepdaddy shit.
Sometimes I feel like one. But,
Listen, once your kids get over 12, they pretty much are the boss.
My kids are teenagers.
Okay.
So, it's pretty much like, hey, can you do this for me?
Life.
Right.
Hey, we got, and it's like, hold on, when did it become we?
No. Yo, I had to tell my kids, I would like to go somewhere. Can y'all leave
Uber, fam?
Can y'all leave one car here? Like what? Like what?
So
and you pay for both of them and can't drive neither one and shit.
I was like, I'm not putting gas in this motherfucker. I'll go nowhere. What?
Right. You fill it up, you come back, it's empty. Like, the shit evaporate?
With Qdoba bags and shit in the back and
now later wrappers on the seat and shit. But we coming back, right? Mm-hmm. We're driving up Sherman. There's a paramedic coming, right? An ambulance. Mm-hmm. Lights are on. Woo, woo, woo. We pull over.
That's not how
it goes by. Man. It goes by.
Right.
So it goes by. You pull over so it can go by and get where it's supposed to go, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the cars that pulled over to let it go by now take off and speed up, and now they're in front of it again. Kind of pointless, right? What? So they speed up to get where they want to go because they need to get where they want to go because it's that so important that the fact that the paramedic is going to save somebody's life doesn't matter.
Right.
Until that paramedic is going to save one of their loved ones and somebody else did the same shit.
Yep. That'd probably be a shootout.
That's how people are when it comes to crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Free my cousin Pookie.
Yep.
He didn't do shit until it's your cousin Pookie and your cousin Pookie shot their cousin little stomachache. Now your cousin Pookie need to go to jail for life.
Yep, for life.
Hold up. Who the fuck is little stomachache?
Little stomachache hang with little pistol starter.
Yeah, you ain't know?
They be on the corner with Peanut in them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Step your comedy consumption up, fam. Everybody know who Little Stomach Aching Pistol Starter is.
No, where's this from? Educate me.
What's with you, dog?
Where's
this
comedy? That's entertaining now, man.
Man.
Oh.
You gotta go back and watch The King.
You gotta go back and watch it again.
Okay. It's from Kings of Comedy. Okay. Yeah. No, I fuck with that.
No, you absolutely right, fam. And that's the part. That's even the part of the crime bill that cats forget. Because I was a part of that shit too. I was just getting in the streets when, in 94 and shit, man. I was 23. I was, a couple years legal, whatever, out in the clubs, 4 nights out the week and shit. I was tired of getting shot at and shit.
And that's what I think. Like, I don't know if it's that either enough of our generation has died that or are in jail that the people that are living now don't remember how horrible the fucking 90s were. Like,
that was bad, fam.
Motherfucker, we couldn't even walk down the street with a pair of Jordans on without looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, it was facts.
When we
and even if you didn't have them J's on, the motherfucker halfway up the block had them J's on, but them bullets was flying past him.
Right.
They was
because they wasn't aiming. Motherfuckers was shooting like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't wear Jordans. You couldn't wear triple fat gooses. You couldn't wear starter coats.
Yep. You know what it is?
Jack for Walkmans. Like,
it's cats our age. It's cats my age. I will take the blame for that. It's cats my age, a year or two older, that have come down with extreme cases of that selective memory shit. So they ain't remembering when we was voting, when we was 21, 22, 20, when we was voting for the motherfuckers that was going to do something about that shit.
Shit, I remember being at our avenue playing a hustle and having to fall on my fucking chest to keep from getting hit by fucking drive-by straight bullets.
That shit was all over. And it was
on
every
top of
hood.
that too,
Go ahead.
Another piece you got to remember, it wasn't just him. And like another thing that people fail to realize, the Congressional Black Caucus on this
They did sign off.
And that doesn't mean that that's the end all be all, but for a lot of purposes and intent, that's what it's propped up to be.
Yep.
You know
so here's my problem with what's going on today and what I was starting to say when I saw it.
Sure.
Before we get on a whole nother rabbit trail. People are so bent or so woke and so busy trying to condemn her for being stiff on crime or putting black males in jail that they're making all these posts about not voting and refusing to vote for her and calling her track record to the table, which nobody called her track record to the table when she was a presidential candidate.
Interesting, right?
Nobody said anything at that point, but now that she's in line to be the first, and they want to say that she's not black because she's mixed, the first black female vice president, because she's the first black female vice president candidate, I believe.
But now Geraldine Ferraro was.
Oh, sorry. So now
who ironically was one of the people that inspired that lost based on Democrats not being tough on crime.
So
you know what I'm saying?
They're saying that they're spending so much time saying they're not going to vote for her. They're just not going to vote and condemning her. That my problem and my worry is you're not going to vote. Fine. Why spend the next, what is this, August? Why are you going to spend the next 3 months persuading other people to not vote? Because that's all you're doing.
That's basically it.
And then the turnout's going to be low.
Great point.
And we're going to get Trump for 4 more years. He's going to be a 2-term president. He's going to be able, and this is what they don't get because the picture is bigger than Camilla. You have a Supreme Court justice who is currently fighting every plague, illness, sickness in the world that has ever been invented to hold on to her seat, waiting on a Democratic president so that her seat can be appointed to a Democratic judge. And she's not going to make it another 4 years. And at that point, Trump is going to have appointed more Supreme Court justices
another one
than I don't know how many presidents and how
that's
many
what
years.
you're voting for.
Yeah, but you know that's the bigger thing, and like you said earlier, Shirley Chisholm ran for president as well. She was the first.
She ran for president, right?
Yeah, she went for
Geraldine
president.
Ferraro was the vice president.
Yeah,
she wasn't.
Also,
she wasn't black. She was Italian, but they close to niggas. So.
Oh my God.
I had to speak the story about that the other night when we were out shooting pictures.
Yeah.
He didn't know. I was like, I had to tell him how the Moors invaded Italy and Spain. and pretty much killed all the dudes,
Sicily.
and then made it with all the girls, and essentially most Italians have some percentage of black because the Moors were black.
Yep.
That's such a nice one. He's like, yo, Trip is really woke. And he said made it with. I'm like, what, bro? You showing out, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna hit him with this quote from the toy. Animals mate, motherfucker. Animals mate. Humans don't. Humans make love.
Well,
That's Richard Pryor in the toy. When little dude was like, "How do you mate?"
Well, I mean, I didn't want
mate. What the
because
fuck
we're being woke and culturally sensitive.
I feel
and
you.
We're not offending any of the feminine liberal platforms. I didn't want to say the true term because it wouldn't be mate or make love because
right.
You know, they took over, so they raped.
Yeah, it would be rape and pillage, my dude.
Yeah, and like so in another.
And rape is only funny when it happens to a dude.
What?
And I'm not touching that.
It's only funny what happened. We just laughed about it 10 minutes ago, fam.
We were doing so well.
It's a joke when it happened to us. As a matter of fact, not only is it a joke, it's an acceptable form of punishment because everybody knows what happens in prison.
We got another
He protesting again. Hey, it's part of the jail. So,
oh my God!
A woman commit murder, she get 20 years in jail. A man commit murder, he get 20 years in jail and raped. That's okay.
That's the unwritten.
That's okay.
Yo,
I'm just saying, fam.
I was making
asterisks.
That's part of being in jail. You got Nasty Nate in jail.
Give me a cocktail.
You got Fleece. You got Fleece Johnson in jail.
Hey, remember T-Bone from Colors?
Yeah, and you got the I'm gonna show you how old I am. You got that little midget from Penitentiary.
Oh my God, he said the M word.
Just saying,
Hey, what was
man.
what was the other one? Was it Bad Boys? When the one Caucasian dude went to jail, and he had to beat the dude off with a pillowcase full of sodas.
I can't remember who that one was. Hang on.
That was like an '80s flick. Oh,
all right.
dude, she make an appearance like every week now.
Do you know?
You might as well just get her a camera, dude.
Dude, right, I'm saying, man. Every podcast, baby girl got to interrupt.
I think she do it on purpose because she makes sure she wave on her way out.
What's the
See, I'm finna go hang with Daddy and his friends. Hold on.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that movie, dude.
I need to go tell my dad he's too loud.
Right? That's what it was.
I'm gonna take my daddy to mail. It's Sunday, so it's yesterday's mail, but I'm gonna take him to mail.
That's awesome, bro.
Man.
That's awesome. So like another thing too, speaking of like culturally responsive or whatever, like Kamala is a good pick for a lot of reasons. Let's be honest, Biden couldn't have a white person. He had to have a person of color. And
Definitely.
Kamala, not only is she black, she's also Asian. So like that's another demographic. And it's like, as far as unity and uniting and voting, it's a great opportunity for people to like, okay.
Even if he would have chose like, I think was it Cory Booker? Even if he would have chose Cory Booker, then everybody would have been trying to call, and I don't know if the man's gay or not, but I think they would have tried to call his sexuality into question because he never puts his mate or whoever he's with on in the public eye. Right. So they were kind of questioning that when he was a presidential candidate. Like,
oh, really?
Who are you dating?
Yeah.
Really?
And that's I think what is funny too, man, that women ain't even behind Kamala. I would think that after this goofy motherfucker that's in the White House now, I would have thought having a woman on the ticket would be a good counter. Because a lot of times, man, you got to get a motherfucker in there that's going to pull back some of the shit that the previous one did, which is what the Republicans did. And the reason why they had Trump in there is because most of the conservatives didn't disagree with some of Obama's policies as much as their constituents did. So they got a motherfucker in there like Trump who don't give a damn about any political affiliations or relationships. He crazy enough to just undo everything that motherfucker did and say, I'm just
and see,
undoing it
and that's
'cause
what I
that
don't think
motherfucker
people
did
get.
it.
I don't think people get the balance of the president, vice president,
Yeah.
because the people that roll with Trump, and I'm not saying some of them really agreed with Trump, but the ones who didn't agree but still wanted to vote Republican went because you have Pence. And even though we don't like Pence, because Pence is probably one of the most racist motherfuckers in the world, Pence knows the law.
Yeah.
So
nigga, how many times you gonna rename these niggas? we got Camilla, we got Prince, and Button,
Prince Pence. But Pence knows the law, and it was the same thing with Obama and Biden.
Mm-hmm.
It was also the same thing with Bush and who did Bush Jr. have? Oh God, it shot itself.
Oh, no, he didn't shoot himself. He shot his
Shot his
homie in the
friend.
face.
Cheney.
Yeah,
Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
Gotcha.
Cheney.
So
He shot
Bush
his homie
had
in the face.
But Cheney
It was like, walk that shit off, nigga.
Cheney was a real stickler on policy.
Yeah. So
So you got to get a balance.
Yep.
Like Jordan and Pippen. Like you can't just.
So you got Biden.
Okay.
Who, on most levels, people would say it would be a pushover, and that would probably be the reason why he ended up being the one authoring the bill that everybody is criticizing now.
It just got his name on it. I ain't do that shit.
Right.
I ain't never seen a bill written by one motherfucker. That's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying like Biden, he's a kind of go with the flow, kind of
because I'm like
compromising type dude. But so now if you put him with Miss Harris, who's kind of if she's a stickler on the law, then she's going to be a stickler and strict to policy as a vice president.
Which is
now you got an office that got some kind of balance. But everybody's so busy focusing on the wrong shit. Like
it's funny.
Yeah, like she's a whore. That's the thing.
They
now.
talk about the crime bill like Biden went to Starbucks for like 8 weeks straight and wrote that shit like by himself.
Well, not even that. So even if he wrote it by himself,
with his Uggs on,
even if he wrote it by himself with a crayon on some wide rule, first grade,
that penmanship paper,
and put it together with like sticky tape and paste and rolled it up and walked it into the Congress.
Right.
All these other motherfuckers that we are celebrating signed off and voted on that shit.
Yep. And not only that, Trip, how many cases Joe Biden preside over? Sending motherfuckers to jail. How many motherfuckers Joe Biden arrest?
Are you making too much sense, JG?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
how many
making too much
motherfuckers
sense.
Joe Biden go tell to commit them crimes? And not only that, did Joe Biden really sit down and say, I'm finna write a bill that's gonna lock niggas up for 40 years and fuck up the community? Is that what happened? It sounded to me like the motherfucker you mad at is the one sitting on them benches and the ones who enforce the laws, because that's where the bias comes in. It's not, I've read the bill. I looked for, make sure you give every nigga more time than you give every cop. I look for that in the crime bill.
And it's not written in there.
It's not written in the crime bill.
Yeah.
Not only that
shit happens.
Not only that,
and it happens every time.
So you're so mad at him and her that you're willing to put this dude that pretty much said, I'm going to send undercover federal agents to your city to crack down on crime, even though your mayors and governors are saying we don't want them.
Right.
You're gonna put him back in office.
Well, yeah.
The same motherfucker that sent out the National Guard to stop you from peacefully protesting and shooting rubber bullets at people who were just standing there.
Yeah.
Yapping them up in vans. Fam, let me check this out. One of the reasons I never block people that think differently. verifies me sometimes to hear what the other side thinks.
Oh.
And sometimes it keeps me from getting a little too deep into my own shit, right?
Mhm.
So one of social media friends from the other side, check out this take on this election and last election.
Mhm.
I abandoned the morality test and instead voted for someone who I think will preserve religious rights, rebuild the military, reduce taxes, create jobs, and appoint conservative judges to the Supreme Court.
Ooh.
So that's what they own.
So hate it or love it, these are my interests.
So that's what they
what
own.
the fuck he looks like, I can get my interests met. Period.
So that's what they own. We own, I shouldn't have to vote for the lesser of two evils.
We've been voting for the lesser of two evils
Ever.
since
Since
the
ever.
electoral college process has been
Since ever.
in right.
Yeah, I mean, literally
But
since
hold on,
ever.
but-
I mean,
right, since ever.
this is the
It's
fucking
never
United
not-
States of America, and if we started off motherfucking first nothing, and they were like, congratulations, you've been promoted, you're 3/5, and then like, you know what I'm saying? So like, we gotta understand, we know. So like, when we're voting, and I'm not like a political guy, but I only look at this shit through common sense.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, the quote unquote black vote is important.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it out of politics, Speak.
Yeah.
So this is essentially what we're doing at this point. Me, you, Dima, JG, and we can add JG daughter since she always, popping
Right.
in.
She the fifth member and shit.
We a 5-man team. We hooping at McGovern Park.
Mm-hmm.
We playing a full court with somebody. I decide I don't like you,
Mm-hmm.
even though we're on the same team.
Yep.
So I take the ball, and every time you pass it to me, I shoot it at the other team's basket, and I start raining threes for them.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball rules, the ball went in their court, they get the point.
That's their point.
That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like Miss Harris so much that I'm gonna hate on her so much that I'm gonna shoot jumpers over here.
And you know what? So I've been thinking about this, and I think at the end of the day, because like people in other countries are being killed by stating their opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
So we should just kill people?
No, not that. But there's a lot of unrest in a lot of other places, right? But the thing about us, our freedom of speech is so powerful that sometimes we get so caught up in our own freedom of speech that we lose track of our purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because yes, you can talk, but okay, do you have an interest that you would like to have met in this election, regardless of who the people in the office are? What are your interests? Do any of those interests align with any of these candidates? Like, so take the names out of it. What are the causes and the policies? That's the shit that you should be looking at. And then, because that's like one step closer to something that you want. Like, it's like, but we can get so caught up in our emotions that it's more about how I feel than what's for the greater good.
Yep.
And like, and like the deeper I dive into like public health studies, it's just kind of like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's all what's in it for me. We live our whole lives what's in it for me. We just had the last podcast talking about ego. We this is what we do as a collective. This is what we do as people. So it's like, I'm gonna vote for what my interests are, and whatever that person looks like in office, that's what I'm voting for. Because like you said, that person right there that you talked about probably don't give a fuck about Trump. But he was like, this checks all of my boxes, so that's where I'm voting.
And guess what else? Speak. Take us 3 out of the equation. It'd take you a year to find 3 more black people in your world that could list those specific things that they voting for.
Yeah.
There ain't no agreement on what those things, that list right there. And I guarantee you, when you find some people that agree on some things, defunding the police, that ain't the fucking president's job. That's local shit.
Yeah.
The president ain't gonna come down here and say, Wisconsin, you got to defund the police force. That's done on the local level. He can't.
He can't. Like
right.
some
so, but
motherfuckers,
that don't matter though.
Need to go back to civics.
Yeah.
And you know what?
That don't matter.
And I would say shout out to all those organizations that like, I'm gonna be real, there's some organizations that are doing a great job of educating people, but not in a way that like, because one thing I don't like about politics, people that are really into it, they talk down on people that are not as educated. So I love I love these organizations that are popping up. They're just super informative.
That's it.
Like I'm gonna break it down for like a fifth grade reading level about how to research a candidate. Those organizations, like, I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job, and like they should be commended. I know like Block does that, Lit does that, like, and it's not about vote for this person. It's like straight education, and I love that because I didn't come from a household where voting was important. I didn't come from a house.
No, because you were raised by your grandparents, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And your grandparents came from a time where you really didn't fucking matter.
Yep.
You know, as a black person. So they really didn't believe in the voting process. And they were great people because I met them. And they wholeheartedly cared about all of us. Like, they check on all of us.
Yeah.
But they came from a time where, like, you really didn't matter as black people. When people that don't, and I don't think people really know their culture, yet along their family history, and they would understand that they are only 1 to 2, maybe 3 generations removed from slavery. Like,
that close, fam.
My mom, her mom is my grandmother. My great-grandmother died when I was 8. She was 108. She died in the 80s, which means at some point, she was probably a slave or damn near at the end of slavery.
My dad's grandmother was a slave.
And that's what I'm saying. So, like, I mean, just the fact that we're not that removed from slavery, which is also more the reason why, too, this conversation and this talk about, like, reparations needs to continue to get more steam. And it needs to happen. And, like, I know we talked about it before, but I bring that piece up because just like you said, that degree of separation. So we as people, we should be educating each other and being like, this is not, everything don't have to be mudslinging, bro. Everything don't have to be, because it's like, you know, like we're joking about the whole woke shit, but it's like, fam, if you know more than me, don't criticize me, teach me, my nigga. Like, teach me something as opposed to just, oh, y'all don't get it. Oh, y'all whatever. I'm like, no,
y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it because
you got to put that on the end of everything you say. That like increases the depth of what you just said tenfold when you put that statement at the end of it.
And you know, this is past now. We talked about it on this podcast, but I continue to go back and listen to "Snow on the Bluff" by J. Cole. I continue to go back. I added it to one of my playlists because what he's talking about from that perspective, like, we don't, like, I don't know. I felt what he was talking about. So I just feel like we got to stop fucking dividing ourselves. We need to educate each other. Did you know that? Oh, you did? That's what's up. So why don't you commit to teach somebody else about this shit? And, like, for example, like what I'm doing, I'm taking an active role with voting for November. Like, I'm taking a very active role with my organization, and I'm just trying to educate people as much as possible. So I feel like, because it's just, we interface with people who also don't give a fuck about voting. But we got to be able to break that down to them. Like, this is why you want to vote. Maybe not for that big office, but like you said, you know, your cousin them got jammed up for X, Y, Z, but that sentence was unfair. And you know that he didn't deserve that time. Well, when you vote for these Supreme Court judges, this is what happens when they deciding what happens when so-and-so gets in trouble. So you need to vote with, like, just that kind of education, fam. That's the shit that we got to do, man.
Yep.
And I bet most of the people didn't.
Supreme Court justice, by the way.
And this is just Wisconsin-wise. I bet you a lot of these people in Wisconsin that are talking all that shit didn't even vote on the 11th.
I'm sure they did. That election don't matter. The only one that matter is the one on November 4th. The rest of that shit, it just work itself out by way of magic, my nigga. That's it.
So
it just magically happens.
Wasn't it the Treasury on that one or something?
Mm-hmm. It was some big
that don't matter.
Most people will say that one's for us in this area. That one was more important than the one that's going to happen in November.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like the treasurer? Yeah, wasn't it like county exec or something?
There was some other stuff on there, yeah.
A couple judge seats.
Mm-hmm.
It's different depending on which
ward you were in.
Yeah, because the Republicans tried to get a seat, and Trump tried to like put a last minute push through, and they didn't get that seat, that Supreme Court seat. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a Wisconsin Supreme Court seat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, and here's the other thing. You can't even blame the pandemic or the lines, because I have pre-existing conditions, and I went and voted early.
Right.
I voted on like the 6th, and I was in and out in 5 minutes.
Wasn't a lot of people where I was either. You know, because my early ballot, I thought I had selected to receive all my ballots in the mail. And apparently I didn't. I checked the box to only get that one in the mail. So I actually had to go to the local polling station.
I'm kind of glad
there. I think I was like number 92.
I voted early. I didn't go that day.
Right. I went on the day. You could
have went and voted early, but I went and I voted early. And I was even really glad to see that they finally updated our polling sites.
Yep, ours too. Yeah,
finally,
they got rid of them old ass machines.
Yeah, now we got the new electronic machines, and you punch it in with the little, what's that thing?
Stylus.
There's a stylus, and then it prints out your ballot.
Right.
So
actually, I didn't have that one there. I just had a more updated Scantron machine.
Oh no, the one that I had at Midtown. So you put in your ballot or whatever into the machine, and then you touch whatever you're gonna vote on the screen with the stylus, and then it prints it back out, and then you take it. And I voted early, so then you put it in the early vote envelope and drop it in the box.
Okay. So they making sure you don't accidentally mark the incorrect. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, that's cool that they did it that way. No, where I was, it wasn't like that, but it was definitely more modern. I was a little disappointed with the turnout, but I'm up here in the suburbs now, and they don't have the same issues politically that we have in the city. And quite frankly, man, since we still own a house in the city, I'm actually thinking about only voting in the city now instead of out here in Glendale, because the city need some fucking informed voters, man, to vote. The city is in dire need of that shit. You know, you can't be out here doing all this. Like I said, man, you can't be out here outcrying publicly and not sharing information and having the proper private conversations, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. I have a challenge for you guys. Like when I said I was doing some shit and I'm doing some shit, like I'm doing some shit with my organization, and like with you guys' permission, I kind of want to add y'all as like basically like virtual like field organizers so we can just get more people to vote. Like I mean, it's not something that's gonna like requires a lot of time, but I figure like we got to kind of put our money where our mouth is, and like relational organizing is one of those things where it's like the science shows that it's more effective than knocking on doors, because it's like I add JG talked to 5 people he know, and people that his influence is gonna matter. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit my nephews down, and they all just got 21, whatever, or 18, whatever. I'm gonna let them know this is why, and shit like that. That's how we impact these elections, bro. So like, we can't sit here up on our high horse. So like, I'm gonna invite you guys to my team, and like I encourage you guys to invite some people, because it's just like it's not
my
like,
horse not that high though. I'm kind of short.
Look, Trip just took a nap. He just took a nap. Listen, he was woke the whole podcast. And this is where he's reached the limit. And this is why we got to get these shirts.
Man.
Because I like to take naps.
That shit funny. That shit is funny.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, but on a serious note, I'm going to add you guys to my team. And, like, it's not cumbersome. It's just literally doing what we're doing right here. But we got to keep doing that shit. Let's spread the word because we can affect motherfuckers that, like, okay, you're not voting, why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know, like, for example, like me and Trip were talking the other day, and, you know, he runs into his former players that are grown as fuck now. So Trip runs into one of them former players. All right, motherfucker, you voting?
I don't know if they can though. You know, I kept them alive, but that don't mean they got felonies.
Right.
But you know what? You can at least teach them to, like, can you even check into if you can vote? Because a lot of people think they can't, and they actually can.
Yeah.
And that's where your influence comes in because wasn't it like a celebrity like Snoop or somebody that was like I didn't know that I could vote until like now. I thought all this time I couldn't vote because of my record. Like I forgive me if it's not Snoop, but I thought it was like a few celebrities like that. They have records, whatever. Like, damn, I didn't even know I could vote until now. So. So how we gonna close it out, fellas? So this has been a great podcast. We had a lot of laughs, had some education. Like, I mean, this is truly a really woke-ish podcast. This is hilarious.
I guarantee you, this is the only podcast you're gonna hear this week that a motherfucker said Pangaea on.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. I guarantee it.
Look.
You watch it like fucking ancient history. They ain't talking about Pangaea, my nigga. I promise you. That shit was dope.
Gosh, man. That's gonna be that's gotta be the podcast name. Pangaea, my nigga. That's the name of the podcast.
With a question mark. Straight
hey,
up.
I wonder what, and this is probably like all the way in the other direction. It is.
Mm-hmm.
So remember we was talking about your little yoga group you gonna start?
Yeah.
I would really like to see what the downward facing dog looks like with a chick with a huge ass.
No, you won't. You're gonna get in trouble. That's why I'm gonna be at the front of the yoga class.
I'm gonna take pictures. You still gonna see it.
Man, I was like, see, that's that bullshit. I actually walked into a yoga class at the
It's gonna be virtual. It's gonna be virtual, so we gotta film it.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's got to be virtual, so we got to film it.
Yeah, so I mean, we can stream live, like we can.
So you know how they got hot yoga.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be on OnlyFans.
So we gonna have.
Yes, that's it.
We're gonna have one class called thick yoga.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Gotta be OnlyFans, dog.
Let's do it.
Somebody gonna get in trouble.
$1 million ideas, fellas. I'm just saying.
OnlyFans. If we do OnlyFans, then they got to do yoga in like thongs or like boy shorts.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's that single nigga shit, man.
But no, he said they, so he didn't specify gender. So
yeah, you trying to? Oh, see, come on, fam. That's the closeout.
The bike seat fits.
Yeah, that's the closeout. That's the closeout.
I got a protest speech.
Fam just ruined everything, fam.
I don't even want to be in a yoga class no more.
Yeah, forget the whole idea.
Scratch the idea. Yoga's canceled.
It's canceled. It's not fun no more.
Be on the lookout for the wokest t-shirts.
Yeah. And that's it.
Oh,
damn.
Yo, we couldn't care less, but we fucking love y'all. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
Talk stupid. Killed it.